funky. We know how to rock your party.
This is Michael. Today he's going to hit his girlfriend so hard she ends up with permanent brain damage.
Funky to funky. We know how to rock your party.
I can never get enough of a man like you. Do that to me one more time, once and never again, with a man like you.
Three dead in this vehicle. The girl is critical. They say the guy without the seatbelt did the damage.
No seatbelt, no excuse. From DOE, supported by AXA Insurance.
Whatever you do,
Whatever you're talking about, whatever you dream of,
whatever you want to see,
Whatever you're wondering,
whatever you want to be.
whatever makes you stop and think.
Welcome to Whatever, the weekly magazine show for teenagers.
We cover everything from entertainment to sports to issues.
Whatever's on your mind. Did you know the leading cause of death for Minnesota teens is traffic crashes?
And that many of these deaths could have been prevented.
Next, Ryan talks to a state trooper about driving distractions and driving safety.
I'm glad to be out here with a license.
One of the biggest milestones in a teenager's life is getting their driver's license. Now, along with that comes a lot of responsibility. Can you talk about that?
Oh, I certainly can, and you're right. It is a lot of responsibility. The most dangerous thing we do on a daily basis, getting in a car.
I failed it.
And when you're inexperienced and easily distracted, then it's a big deal. So what we really have to do is some way get the message out to these teenagers that it is a big responsibility, it's a full-time job, and it's completely visible, and we have to minimize all distractions.
The leading cause of death for teens is traffic crashes. Now, what are the factors that contribute to these crashes?
First, let me do this. The leading cause of death for 15 to 17-year-olds is crashes, okay? And I want to point out that we have lost 200 teens in the last 4 years. That's 200 too many, okay? These are the factors. The risk factors for teens are speeding. They may wear their seatbelt all around with their family, but that night, that Saturday night when they get in their cars, they're not buckling up. And did you know that if you have one friend in the car and then you put two more, you've just tripled your odds of crashing?
Well, what are some other things that can distract a teen while driving?
Playing with the music, CDs, tapes, the whole 9 yards. And I'm not saying adults don't do this and it doesn't get them in trouble too. But remember, it gets us in trouble, but more so you because of the inexperienced in driving. No one should do it. Cell phones. If you take driving, it's a visual affair. To drive a car, you are doing multiple things at one time. When all this is going on, you're exceeding the speed limit and not wearing a seatbelt. So when we do crash, by speeding, we've increased severity of injury or possibility of death, especially not wearing the seatbelt.
We all know seatbelts save lives, but how often do teens actually use them, and how much of a role do they play in traffic fatalities that teens are involved?
Oh, that is the greatest question. Seatbelts are a godsend. They are the #1 thing a teen can do to save their life and limb and their brain. But I want to tell you, those 200 teens that died in the last 4 years, 3/4 of them were not wearing their seatbelt. But if you wear your seatbelt, your odds of dying or being seriously injured are reduced by over 50%. That's truly incredible. There is no arguing the point anymore.
So above all else, what is the one piece of advice you have for teen drivers?
Oh, there is so much. But this is what I would say. Stop, take a deep breath, take driving seriously, and above all, buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. Do it every time 100%. If you heed that advice, we're going to save a lot of lives.